Recording in progress.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Are we projecting okay? Welcome to the Unitarian Church of Edmonton on this wonderful, blessed, blustery, wonderful Sunday service morning. My name is Teresa Wilkinson. My pronouns are she and her, and I'll be your service leader today before I talk of our lovely Reverend Rosemary Morrison. The Unitarian Church Universalist faith is a creedless community dedicated to a free and responsible search for truth and meaning. As I look at all of our beautiful banners on the wall, I am so lovingly reminded of the lovely welcome people of all ages, all income, all faiths. All we ask is an open heart and loving mind, and everyone is welcome. So therefore, whoever we invite you, whoever
Thank you for having me today. I'm here representing the Education for All campaign, which is trying to raise awareness about the fact that some children living in this province have been kicked out of school or not allowed to attend school at all because of their immigration status. And that is really contrary to their fundamental human rights. Access to education is a human right, is recognized as a right of the child. And those rights are not being respected here in Alberta. As you know, the political atmosphere gets heated. We see a lot more attempts to blame immigrants, migrants of all kinds for all of the problems that they did not cause. And so I'm here to ask for your support. Right now, we're just in the final stages of gathering signatures on a petition to the Legislative Assembly of Alberta, urging action to change the Education Act and remove the discriminatory provisions that are the legal basis of keeping these kids out of school. But then there will also be, a lot more. We're asking for you to sort of keep your eyes open, keep your ears open, and for some more actions and ways to get involved and support, this change. We don't expect that this will be an easy win in this current political environment, but it's really important that we raise awareness. We are aiming for about 3,000 signatures, which we've gathered. We're getting quite close over the last several months, and we're hoping to get this petition tabled in the legislature during this fall session. So I will be out in the lobby after the service, would be happy to answer questions, and I'll have a few of these petition forms and just, some more information for you to go home with and hopefully share further. So I think I can leave it there. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Reverend Rosemary Morrison, she, her pronouns, and I have a couple of announcements. There isn't a movie night this month. Is that still correct? So just to have that, if you were planning on coming to the movie night, don't. And the second thing is that I've booked myself to be in two places at once on Wednesday evening. I am hosting a gathering here at the church for folks that are gathering, different leaders that wish to work together with the Greater Edmonton Alliance for the Common Good. And somehow I didn't remember that I am also hosting UU's on Tap. So UU's on Tap is this Wednesday night, starting 6-ish in 3 Vikings on 124th Street. The chair of our new social action team will be hosting in my stead, and she's going to make sure that everybody make sure everybody knows everybody and that you're all having fun. So Lori Campbell will be hosting. If anyone else wants to be there in my stead, just to make sure that there's a critical mass of folks that know one another, please do so. And I do apologize that I've been double booking myself quite a bit lately, so I'm going to have to get an executive assistant, I think. But that would be a volunteer job.
Thank you so much for those announcements. As a friendly reminder, please quiet your devices, anything that beeps, buzz, dings, just so that way we can enjoy this wonderful time together without interruption. And I believe there are, if anyone's hearing impaired, we do have devices. If you do ask some of the administrative people, they do have access to that if anyone needs it. And we also...
I'm going to interrupt them.
Okay.
You need this a little lower and you need to be a little closer to it.
Okay. That better? Yeah. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Also, as a reminder that our church is scent sensitive, because some people that have extreme allergies. So it's always wonderful if we're aware of, our own like excessive body perfumes and that, just to that way other people can enjoy the service as well as ourselves, because some people have extreme sensitivities. We begin our gathering acknowledging we are located on Treaty 6 territory. We respect the histories, languages, and cultures of First Nations, Métis, Inuit, and First Peoples of Canada, whose presence continue to enrich our vibrant community. So at this time, our prelude is going to be a video. So whenever we're ready, we can get the video started and we can enjoy our nice presentation. Such a wonderful video, very inspiring. Now, Samhain is one of the pagan holidays of the year. Samhain traditionally is a pagan holiday. In the pagan traditions, we acknowledge the 4 directions with opening, and then we'll be closing with 4 directions as well. And so, with that being said, we're going to open our circle with inviting the 4 directions. So if you would join me and stand, and we're going to face east first. I'm going to face each of the directions individually. East, sorry. Correct, east, sorry, at the sanctuary doors, yes. Universe, forgive me. I invite, Spirit of East, element of air, whose breath gives us voice of wisdom and speech. We welcome you. Now we'll face toward the exit for the face south, yeah, for the south, yes. Spirit of South, element of fire, whose warmth of the sun ignites our passion to be the change we want to see in the world. We welcome you. Now we'll face the front screen for the West. Spirit of West, element of water, help us show kindness in the world and help us heal when we need comfort. We welcome you. And finally, for the north. Spirit of north, element of earth, let us be like the oak tree with this community as its roots to give us support and help us grow as individuals and as a community. We welcome you. All right, please have a seat. And I welcome Reverend Rosemary to open our chalice. Or no, me too. Oops, sorry.
I invite Talia Walsh to come up and light the chalice. These words by Florence Caplow. It's been so wonderful getting to know Talia and her family. They've arrived here last year from Chattanooga, Tennessee, and have gotten involved in the congregation, and I, for one, am very grateful for their presence. As we kindle this flame, we honor and remember those who have passed into the great mystery. Their brightness lives on in our vision, their courage lives on in our communities, and their love continues to bless the world through us. And our first hymn this morning is Gathered Here in the Mystery of the Hour. There's a bit of a theme going on, mystery. So I tried to make it pretty spooky in here and mysterious. So I invite you to rise in body or spirit to sing Gathered Here in the Mystery of this Hour. We'll sing it through three times, the first time together, and then we'll try it as a round, see what happens. Yeah, there might be a few harmonies or not. It's okay.
Our church is a self-supporting and self-governing community. One of our values in the church is generosity. In addition to providing financial support to our many ministries, we make a monthly contribution to an outside organization. This month, our charity is the Camp Firefly. So the ushers will gather donations, and half of all of the collected donations will be donated to this charity. And if you wish to have a tax receipt for purposes, then we do have envelopes at the back of the entrance of the doors, or at the sanctuary there. Okay. So Camp Firefly is a youth gathering ages 13 to 17 to support LGBTQ+ youth. This is a leadership conference where they can enhance the leadership, self-confidence, identity, and self-esteem. And it always affects, going through these experiences, they build their community as well. which is so important for all of us to find our people and our strength to help handle different situations in that. When we come, because we don't always have support at home, so it's nice to know that we can find support in others. And with that, we shall sing our. All right, yeah, we're ready to sing our receiving song for the collection plate there from You I Receive. If you would join me. My favorite time of the service, my favorite time. When I was asked to do a service on the 26th of October, I said, oh yes, absolutely. And I said, I really, 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 really want to do a story. I really, really, really want to do a story. So here we are. Oh my gosh. So the film crew the video crew has generously, thank you, provided some screen. If we could get the front lights dimmed down. Yeah, we get the front lights dimmed down so that way we can see that better. There we go. And so next one is the bus. Okay. Yeah. So we're going to do it. Oh, sure.
So let's join together in singing hymn number 1001. It's in the Teal hymn book, which we seem to not use very much anymore, do we? We don't use those hymn books. Hymn 1001, Breaths. It's a little bit tricky, and I think you can just stay seated for this song. Hymn. Unless you want to stand. Would it be easier to see the screen if you stand? Okay, I'm seeing nods. Please rise in body or spirit if you wish to.
Can we get the lights for the stage, please? Oh, there we go. There will be light. That's all right. So, one of my little parts of my history, personally, is I grew up Anglican. Along my path of journey, I found a pagan. Or he found me, or one or the other. Or we found each other. And so, through learning about each other, it was quite interesting to kind of have those different dynamics. And he's actually the one who introduced me to the Unitarian Church to begin with. So I am very grateful for the community for joining us. So he's been with me for many years. And through those years, my first funeral was actually, I lost my father first. And it was quite comforting to find that there was a celebration that acknowledged and recognized our ancestors and the people that we love that are no longer with us, that are still with us every day. And so for myself, and maybe for a lot of other people too, Samhain is kind of recognizing that death is not the end. We're just continuing in a new way of loving that person, because they're always a part of us. And as I continued on, I lost my mother and my brother as well. So being the only one standing, I look in the mirror at myself and I see my father's strength, my mother's friendly, social, outgoing personality, and I also have memories of my brother. For example, going, I wouldn't say bobsledding, but kind of having a go-kart made for my dad's hands, going down this large hill by the schoolyard, and many other memories too. So that just goes to show you that for me, I think like for many of us, we always carry those people in our hearts no matter what. And they're always a part of our lives as we go through, because their characteristics and their values, some of them we carry on through our day-to-day lives. And at this time, when the veil between the worlds is thinnest, may we feel the love from those that have gone before and we always keep them in our hearts.
So if I'm going to be doing a sermon, I have about 20 pages up here. I have this, so no sermon. So what's going to be happening now is I'm going to put us through a little bit of a process, and the folks online will be watching a video about Samhain, because here in the sanctuary it's going to be pretty boring to watch because nothing's going to happen, basically, because we're going to be moving into Keeler Hall. I'm really grateful to all of you that are here this morning, and I hope that you find nourishment and relaxation and renewal through this time together. It is a reflective time. It is a journey back in our minds. And I'd like to invite you to have a look at the order of service. We've put one on the second part, each second chair. And on the back of it is kind of a little bit of an introduction and directions as to what we're going to be doing. So first we'll do a little bit of a relaxation, a meditation, get grounded. And then I'm going to invite Gordon to go first so that he can come back and around and play for us. There'll be a bonfire in the center. There'll be a bonfire on the screen. And what I'm going to be asking you to do in a few moments is I've given you all a couple of pieces of paper. And on that piece of paper, as per the instructions on the back, and you'll probably have to share them a little bit, is that I'm going to invite you to write a message to one of your dearly departed. It could be a message to them. It could be something you just want to tell them. It could be a question that you want to ask. It could be just writing down something that you're struggling with. And you will take that with you through the thinning, shimmering veil to my left and your right. And the lights will bring you through the labyrinth, and you can walk the labyrinth. Now, I don't know about you, but when I walk the labyrinth, it takes me a long time. But I would suggest that in order for all of us to walk through the labyrinth, we just walk the labyrinth kind of in a methodical way, but not super slow and not super fast. And then when you come out of the labyrinth, there are candles. The candle stations are there for candles of joy and concern. If you wish to light a candle of joy and concern, joy or concern, or both, please feel free to do that. There is also an ancestor altar set up. If you've brought a memento, you can put it on the ancestor altar and light a candle. If you just wish to light a candle, go ahead and light a candle to your ancestor. There was something that I forgot to say, and it'll come back to me, I'm sure. Yeah, and then when you come back in, the lights will be fairly dim. Gordon will be gracing us with the harp. We can enjoy the bonfire. That's what I forgot. There is a cauldron in the middle of the labyrinth. As you walk to the middle, I invite you to drop your messages into the cauldron, and I will be taking them and creating a fire at home for them, and I will burn them. I will not look at them. I will burn them for you, so no one will see them. Right. As you come back in through the lobby and back in here, there's a big card on the table there for you to sign for Audrey. And when you get back in, there are crafts at the craft table, fall crafts there, and there are Buddha boards here if you wish to do some calligraphy or playing with the Buddha boards. So that is the sermon part of this service. It's active and reflective all at the same time. So I'm going to ask that we change the lighting and just have chancel lights on and nothing overhead, please. And then I'll put you through a little, and the bonfire on the screen. Perfect. And then the video for the folks online could start any time so that they're not so bored. While Gordon continues to play, let's take a moment of reflection. Who was it that you thought of? Who did you write a message to? What kind of journey did you go on as you walked the labyrinth, releasing what you needed and coming out to refreshments? Who was it that you lit a candle for? Can you bring them to mind? Could we just sit in silence for about 30 seconds, holding on to our memories, holding on to the mystery? We don't know what happens, but at this time of the year, the veil is said to be very thin between this world and the next. And that's why we wear costumes, so that those that are visiting us from the other places are undetected. We wear black and orange because of the big bonfires and the ancient Celt traditions. Apples are a source of healing, so we drink apple cider and bob for apples on Halloween. But that is also part of the Celtic tradition of Samhain. Apples play a prominent role. I have been learning quite a bit about Samhain as somebody that is not a pagan, but love these celebrations. And my heritage is pagan, is Celtic. I'm from my people are from the Isle of Lewis in the Northern Hebrides. It's about as Celtic as I think you can get. That's where all the standing stones are. So it really resonates with me. So I'd like to thank you for doing this, going on this journey this morning with me, to think about our ancestors, to think about our heritage, to reflect, to feel refreshed and renewed, and to experience something a little bit different. I hope that you have found a connection, perhaps, to something outside of yourself. So let's take about 15, 20 seconds of silence. Thank you. Our closing hymn is We Are our grandmother's prayers, and we are our grandfather's visions. You are what they were hoping for. You are their beloveds. Please rise in body and or in spirit, and you may stay seated also, if you like.
We
Thank you. You may be seated. And I would like to invite Talia up to extinguish our chalice, after which we will release the directions. This is by Heather Januels, an excerpt from this sacred thread. We reach back in gratitude and understanding. Without our time together, the pain and the joy, we would never be who we are today. We would have little to pass on to ourselves. Without fear, with thanksgiving, and with hope for all that awaits. We remember those that have gone before. We honor the circle of life and death and our place within this sacred thread. Teresa.
So those of you who are willing or able to stand, and will acknowledge each of the four directions as we close our circle today. First to the sanctuary doors for East. Spirit of East, element of air, thank you for your presence in our circle. May you continue to encourage our words of kindness. Blessed be. And now to the right. Spirit of South, element of fire, thank you for your presence in this circle. May your fires continue to inspire us as we leave this place. Blessed be. Now to the west. Spirit of West, element of water, thank you for your presence as you continue to nurture us. Nurture our compassion as we continue. Blessed be. And finally, Spirit of North, element of earth, thank you for your presence. May we always remember our community to ground us and support us as we leave this place. Blessed be. And I certainly want to thank Rosemary and all of the volunteers who got everything set up. I think the service was absolutely amazing today.
Oh, here's your phone. I invite us to form a circle and sing our linking song, Carry the Flame. And make sure you stop and visit with one another on your way out.